guys, hey, this is Anne Marie and this is BaldGirlWillTravel. And in this video, we're going to talk about my favorite makeup, and I'm not wearing any makeup. I just discovered I have a zit on my face right here, and so I was going to put some makeup on during this video, but now I'm not going to because y'all know I don't really like to wear a lot of makeup anyway, and I usually only wear makeup 1 to 2 days a week, usually if I'm going to shoot a lot of content. But because of this blemish, I'm not going to. I'm actually going to do a clay mask later this evening, hoping I can knock this out in a couple of days. But a lot of you have been asking me about my makeup. So I just got back from the States last week, and I went to Sephora while I was there and grabbed some of my favorite things to bring back with me. One of the things I have difficulty with in living in Mexico is there is a Sephora here, and I can get certain things, but certain things I can't get because they don't have them in my color. So I often have to get like my concealers and my powders in the States, while I can get like, I actually did find one of my concealers in Sephora recently, and I can get my eyebrow stuff here and lipsticks. So everything I'm mentioning here is on my LTK, so you can find me over there at BaldGirlWillTravel and grab anything that you're interested in. If you could use my affiliate link, I would very much appreciate it. Also, if you would take a moment and follow me at LTK, I would appreciate it very much. There are not a lot of us Black women over 40 and over 50 on that platform, especially those of us over 50. So I would really appreciate it if you would support me on that platform. So if you can go over there on LTK, there's a link in the description of this video, and follow me. I would greatly appreciate it. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the things I picked up at Sephora. I'm also going to put them up on the screen so that you can see what they look like. And let's start with makeup, and then we'll go to some lip color stuff, and then things that I use to actually take makeup off. And that should cover everything that I'm planning to talk about in this video. A quick note about setting spray, because I know somebody's going to ask about it by the time I finish with this video. For those wondering if I use makeup setting spray, the answer is no, not usually. Only if I need like long wear, and even then I just buy whatever's on sale. I'm not a purist. I'm not a makeup specialist or a makeup artist or anything like that. My baby cousin is actually a great makeup artist. So honestly, I ask her what to get, and then I just go get what she tells me to get. So most of the things that I use is from recommendations from her, and so far she's never steered me wrong. I'm not sure if she's on TikTok. If she is, I will link her information. I know she's not on YouTube, but I'll check and link her information. She's amazing, and she really doesn't promote herself the way that I think that she should, but I'm going to check and see if she's on here, and if she is, I will link her in the description of this video. Like I said, pretty much everything I use on my skin is because she recommended it to me. Like, for example, I used to use a lot of cream makeups and I did not like it. And I was talking to her about it, and she said, hey, you can use powders. And I started using powder makeup. I started with Bare Minerals. Now I'll show you what I use now. But I love using powder instead of cream makeups on my face. I do use concealer, but I don't use a lot of cream makeup on a regular basis. Once in a while I might, but I don't. I also don't generally wear eyeshadow on a regular basis, unless again it's a special occasion. I use the same color palette all the time. I also don't use blush except on special occasions, like when my same cousin got married in Mexico in October. I wore a full face. I did all the things, the blush, the eyeshadow, and I even did a makeup setting spray, but I can't remember the name of the spray I used, and I can't put my hand on it right now. So if I find it, I will put it in the description of the video, because I actually really liked it. When I do eyeshadow, I usually go for a smoky eye, and it works. I tend to, if I like something, I don't really deviate from it. Same thing with blush, special occasions only. I wear the same color that I've been wearing for quite some time. It's by Clinique. If I'm wearing a red, it's a Clinique red. If I'm wearing a bronzer brown, there's a Bare Minerals one that I like, but I don't wear these things on a regular basis. In this video, what I'm going to share with you are the things that I wear on a regular basis, like my everyday look. And my everyday look is simple and quick. I do concealer for covering the dark spots under my eyes. I have some hyperpigmentation like down here and other places. And then I do a powder to blend and even everything out. And because different parts of my skin are not necessarily all the same color, I do two different types of powder. For my eyebrows, I always do the same thing and I use the same. I actually just added something to my eyebrows a couple months ago that Sephora gifted me and I liked it. And so I actually just purchased the larger size of it. And I'll share that in the video in a little bit as well. I get my eyebrows waxed right here in Mexico, the salon that's actually walking distance from my home. And the young lady knows how to do it exactly the way I want it. And then I just fill it in with an eyebrow pencil. And I usually draw my eyebrows. I outline it first and then I fill it in. For my lips, again, I have a standard everyday look that I do for my lips. And then I may do something different if I'm going out at night. But I tend to favor reds, browns, or beige lipsticks and lip glosses. I do have other colors, but I don't wear them as often. And in this video, I'm kind of going to show you what I wear on a regular basis. So I'm not going to cover every single lipstick I have. I'm just going to cover the ones that are my favorites. In 2026, I would say I do want to play more with lip colors and liners. So expect to see more browns and more shades of red, but nothing wildly different than what I wear and what I share in this video, but probably newer variations of it. My lip liners are usually MAC or whatever I find at the local beauty supply store here in Mexico. Then I fill it in with one of my favorite reds, browns, or beige lipsticks. That's pretty much my standard go-to. If I want to be wild, I'll throw on a purple reddish shade, but I know what I like and I tend to stick to it. As I shared before, I also try to let my skin breathe and I only wear makeup 1 to 2 days a week. And I also like to drink a lot of water. And I think part of the problem here is not drinking enough water while I was away in the States. And we are rectifying that right now. I'm actually getting ready to do a cleanse, a full-on cleanse from all the crap that I ate when I was in the US and all the processed food and all the crap that they put in the food there. So more water. I drink a lot of water. And I think drinking a lot of water is very, very important, especially at my age, 50 plus. So let's start with my makeup favorites and let's start with foundations. So the powders that I like to wear, there are 3 of them. I like to wear 2 of them from Sephora. So there's this one, the matte powder foundation. There's the matte powder foundation. Then I also like this Sephora, I also like the Sephora collection micro smooth powder. That's this one. This is what it looks like. I like this a lot. And it is in the 75 Hazelnut. It's called the Ever Matte Foundation Powder. I like it a lot. I also like this powder by NARS in the Seafront color, right? So speaking of concealers, there are 3 that I really, really like. But the one that I like for under my eyes is this Makeup Forever HD Skin concealer. I love this stuff. It's really, really good stuff. Kudos to my cousin for putting me onto this. I really like it a lot. And it's really, really great for under the eye right here. And the color that I use is Almond. That's this color right here. Usually what I do is I go in under my eye, usually daytime. I do the Huda Beauty Faux Filter waterproof concealer in Crumble. That's this one. So I'll go under my eye with that one first, and then I will go over that with the Makeup Forever Smooth and Blur Concealer. And then usually in the night, I like to use this Best Skin Ever Sephora one with this one. I just feel like for some reason in the evening, this looks different. It looks better. So I usually use this for coverage. And I'll usually also spot one of these on my face on the dark spots first. But under my eyes, I'll usually go with a darker one first and then the lighter one over it, and then blend first, then put the other one, blend again. That's what I do. And then I dot the other one around my face, blend that in. I also outline my eyebrows, usually using one of these 2. And I might use a little bit of a lighter one, and I'll show you that one now. So when I'm doing my eyebrows, I usually will put some concealer on the top and on the bottom before I put them in. And I usually like to use this Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer in Rich Honey. I like this a lot. It gives really great coverage in terms of covering, like if I have any hairs or anything, it'll cover it up real great. I also have some spots on the back of my head that I use this to cover as well. Long story. One day we'll do a video about that. But I use this and it's fantastic. This is a really great coverage concealer. So this one is more matches my skin. Then sometimes I also will use some of the Makeup Forever like under here as well and blend it in. So yeah, I use several concealers for different things, probably about 4 different ones. And I have some other ones, but these are the ones I primarily use. These are like my favorite ones that I always make sure I have. So when I went to DC, I brought back some of the Makeup Forever HD, and I brought back some of this one. I already have these two. But I really like highly recommend the Best Skin Ever and the Huda Faux Filter. These are really good concealers. And this HD Makeup Forever is some good stuff. I'm not a big contouring person, but like if I'm doing like a night look, like I'm going to something important or fancy and I want to look extra good, I might do a little bit of contouring like here and you know, just a little bit. And I will use this Fashion Fair foundation stick in chocolate. It was recommended to me by a young lady in Sephora, and I really like it. I don't use a lot of it, but I really like it. When I'm using it, it does what I want it to do. But I don't use this a lot. But if I am doing a little bit of that, I do use that. Real quick, let's talk eyebrows. My 2 favorite things for my eyebrows is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. It's waterproof. I get it in shade 3.75, warm medium brown. I love this stuff. This is the best eyebrow pencil I've ever used. And I recently started using Anastasia of Beverly Hills, the brow definer. They actually gave me a sample of this and I loved it. So I tend to draw the eyebrows in and first like draw them in because my eyebrows are kind of sparse. And then I fill them in with the Anastasia. I don't use a lot of this, just a little bit. And then I draw them in, like I'll usually go like on the outline of it first. And then I'll fill it in a little bit like this. And then I use this to fill it in the rest of the way. These 2 things are all I use for my eyebrows. I don't do a whole lot for my eyebrows. I don't like those really squarish, stark looking eyebrows. I like my eyebrows to look natural. So that's what I try to accomplish. So this is all I use for my eyebrows. This is the eyeshadow palette I use. It's called I Love. It's from Sephora. This is the only thing I use. The browns, it comes like this. I do a smoky eye with it. When I run out, I buy the same thing. This is what I've been using for years. It's what I like. I don't really do other colors. That's all I use. And last, almost last, let's talk lip colors. My everyday go-to, if I'm just going out to run errands 9 times out of 10, is my NARS Cruella pencil, which I love this color. This one's almost done. I just bought a new one. But I don't believe in wasting anything because these things are not cheap. They're like $30, 20 something, almost 30 bucks. So I line it and fill it in with this. And then I go over it with this Dior Cherry lip glow oil, which I love. And that's my regular everyday look. And I love it. It's simple, it's regular, it's easy. So I always make sure I have these on hand. This, unfortunately, this lasts a really long time. But this one does not. This Cruella doesn't. Sometimes I'll use a regular lip liner to try to save this because for what it costs, I wish it lasted longer. But it is the perfect red pencil, in my opinion. So here is my newest one that I just picked up at Sephora. So anytime NARS has a sale or anything, I'll try to grab a couple of these because I really like it a lot. If I'm going for a more natural look, I tend to do this brown liner, which I got at a beauty supply here in Mexico. And this is a MAC lip gloss that I really like. I'll put the name on the screen because I can't read it it's so small I can't read the bottom. So I'll put the name on the screen. I love this. This is my favorite. If I'm going to do a brown liner and fill it in with a more natural color, this is what I go for. I really like it a lot. Other colors that I really like in terms of brown are a couple that I have from the Lip Bar, but I don't wear those all the time. I also have a MAC lipstick that I like to wear as well. Sometimes when I want to do something different, and I'll try to remember to put that one in the description for some like more natural colors that you can do with like a brown liner. But I tend to do either this or the one that I just showed you every day. Let's talk lipsticks that I really like. I love the Lip Bar. My favorite color is Boss Lady, which is their most popular red. I'm actually waiting for a delivery of a couple colors. So when they come, I'll share those with you. But Boss Lady is my favorite one from them. The other matte lipstick that I really love is MAC Feel So Grand Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color. This is what it looks like. This is like, to me, a perfect red matte, this color right here. And it's very long lasting, but it does get dry. So I will sometimes put the Dior lip oil over it if I want it to look glossy. But this is like a perfect, if you're looking for a perfect red matte that's not super expensive, I would say either do Boss Lady or do this one. Now, if you want to know what I think is the most perfect red lipstick, and if you follow me, you've heard me say this before, I believe the most perfect red lipstick ever made is Tom Ford's Cherry Lush. I think it looks good on everyone. It is a beautiful, beautiful red. I remember one Saturday, me and my best friend many years ago, we went to the Pentagon City Mall, and I went to all these stores and I tried on just about every red lipstick I could think of. And the one that I loved the most was, of course, the most expensive lipstick, which was the Tom Ford. It is called Cherry Lush. It is beautiful. This one is almost completely done, but I went through duty free. I think it was earlier this year, and I bought another one. I never let myself run out of this. It is expensive. I think it's between 48 and 60 bucks. When I get it in duty free, I usually pay like $50 for it. So it is an expensive lipstick, but I think it's totally worth it. And every person I know that I've recommended it to and they bought it, they loved it. It's, to me, the perfect color red. And it's a creamy, glossy red. It's not a matte red. So when I put it on, I don't need any lip gloss, anything. I just put some red liner on and I throw this puppy on. And it's long wearing. I love this lipstick. I swear by it. Now, real quick, after I put on all this makeup, how do I take it off? So I really believe the key to having clear skin is not only making sure that you take care of it by using the right serums and sunscreen, but also, more importantly, make sure that you take all of your makeup off before you go to bed and before you cleanse your face. This is a big mistake that I didn't really understand for a really long time, and is really why I had a lot of problems with my skin. So if I'm wearing heavy makeup, I use this. It's called Juno Skin Cleansing Balm. I use this to take the makeup off. So for example, when I had all that makeup on for Day of the Dead, when they painted my face, this is what I used. Put it on. I might need to get some more soon. I don't use this a lot though. I put it on. I let it sit for like 30 to 60 seconds. And then I took a washcloth and I wiped it all off. It takes everything off. But then to finish it off, I use my cleansing wipes. Usually I use these cleansing wipes. They're called Precision Beauty Makeup Removing Cleansing Wipes with micellar water. I've got like a 4-pack of these from TJ Maxx for like $4.99 or $5.99. I love to buy things like this from TJ Maxx. If you're in the States and you have access to TJ Maxx, take advantage of it. They have great beauty products. They have great stuff. I'm doing another video talking about some of the things I got there, beauty products. I got these there last year and I bought like a whole stack of them. This year I went back to try to find them and they didn't have any more, so I got something different. This year I got something different. I got these Clear Beauty wipes and they were like cucumber ones. There's one that has hyaluronic acid in it. I don't know how much of that it really has, but it's a cleansing wipe to take makeup off. But I think I like these better. So I'm going to keep trying to find some more of these because I'm going to run. I think this is my last pack. But I really recommend these wipes, these Precision Beauty. I just started using these, so the jury's still out on this one. But I really like these for getting all that makeup off your face. If I just wear like a concealer and some powder and a little lip cover, I'll use this. But if I put on blush and eyeshadow and all those other things on my face, I'm going to use the Juno to make sure I get everything off. And then I'm going to go over this again. I'm going to then go over my face with this, and then is when I wash it. So I make sure I have all the makeup off before I wash my face. So those are my makeup favorites. Everything is linked for you on LTK. You can find me at BaldGirlWillTravel. And I would love it if you would follow me over there. Representation matters. So I really hope that you'll follow me over there. And if you want to get any of those things, that you'll use my affiliate links, I would appreciate that very much. And of course, please visit and subscribe to BaldGirlWillTravel.com, my website, so you are always in touch with me and you never miss my travel, style, beauty, and lifestyle content made for women over 40, especially Black women over 40. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment, give it a like, subscribe, comment, but do so constructively, and share the video with a friend. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when another video drops. This is Anne-Marie. This is BaldGirlWillTravel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.